Hey, uh, yeah. As usual, I'm late. Of course, I'm always late, so I guess the only consistent thing is that I'm not consistent or something. Anywho, so yeah, this morning I had a jar of cheese sauce explode all over my microwave, so I spent all morning cleaning that up, which is why I wasn't in here actually doing all the stuff that I would have been doing before. And then I went ahead and started the stream at 11:30, um, fully intending to be no more than 5 minutes. But like when you're posting in a bunch of different places and you got to get things set up, you got to make sure everything's working right. It let's refresh this. Um, okay, that's what weird. Okay. Anyways, so okay, so when you got your chat, what was I saying? Anyways, I'm late and I'm trying to lock this whole consistency thing down. Uh, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll hit it dead on. I can also probably work on my thing about my break, which I usually take a 30-minute break, and I'm gonna try to make sure that I stay under that 30 minutes by making sure I've got 5 minutes to spare. So at 5 minutes early, I'm gonna come back in here and try to restart things. And so yeah. So apologies for but I look really horrible. I look like I haven't had sleep and I haven't had a shower and crazy. Of course, the little TV that I use for my secondary monitor kind of looks lousy. It looks to me it looks a little bit better on my main monitor. I have it up here. Of course, you can't really see that just because I just have webcam on and I don't have the desktop on, which I'll turn on in just a second. Okay, so yesterday I had actually let's pull this up. Let's go to dev stuff. Let's go to Redot. Let's go to Redot phase one. Okay, and there we go. Now we did have an error, so I'm gonna try this, and then I'm gonna see the error coming up, and let's see if we can fix that. See, there's an error right there. Debug. Room manager 34. Change room condition p child data parent does not equal this is true. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Uh, let's go ahead and stop this. Actually, the one thing that I realized I had done here in the room manager is the fact that I had current room meaning something. So if I take this off and I go to change room calls load room, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that, and I'm gonna go ahead and restart it. I'm gonna see if I still get the same error. Yeah. Expected statement found. Oh, slash slash. Yeah. Should be that. Okay. Stop. Well, I know I could just refresh it or whatever. Oh, see that? No, there's a problem here, right? Cannot call get children on an old value. Doors equals current room dot get children. Okay, so there's a number of ways I could handle this. First, uh, so basically, when starting, this is a okay. So basically, when starting, this is the current room is null, and so the input event or the I guess it gets an input event ahead of time. So it's already got an input event before the current room is actually set, before it's loaded. Um, let's see, where do I call? That's the ready, right? It's supposed to be ready, which means I don't know why it would be actually receiving uh, some sort of input. Like it shouldn't go in there, right? Or is it just that it doesn't receive any input events, but it still fires the? Yeah, yeah, Rook. The lid was off, and it was kind of on purpose because I didn't want like pressure building up inside it. It's a glass jar, and I was only gonna do it for like I the first time I did it for a minute, and that was fine because it was cold, and then the jar was warm, but the cheese sauce was still cold, and then I figured another minute wouldn't hurt, because it's not gonna get that hot. Well, apparently it got enough to be boiling, I guess, and so it blew up in the microwave. So it's totally my fault on the one hand. On the other hand, as I wasn't thinking that the 1 minute would be the extra 1 minute would be that big of a deal. So yeah, so either I need something on it when I do something like that, or I need just to make sure that I don't do it too much so that it doesn't. It's sort of like it boiled over. I mean, it's a cheese sauce, so it's liquid, even if it's kind of fairly viscous. But yeah, I don't worry, I won't be doing that again, anyways. Anywho, the back to the thing at hand. Okay, so apparently the input function fires and it goes through. Now I can do a couple of things. One is wherever I uh, access the rooms, uh, that I could put some sort of thing that says, if it's not null, then do stuff. Or I could actually go into the room um, class and let's see. Let's go to the room class here for a second. And this actually doesn't have. This creates doors and then it attaches the doors. Um, let's see something here. Room name description, and then it goes in and it checks the JSON data, and then it basically creates the door. Huh, interesting. So maybe I should have an array or something in here of doors, so that way I can access them when I need them. That sounds like a good idea, probably. That's right. All right. Use a word exploded rather than shattered. That it was not. Yeah, yeah. The jar wasn't. Yeah, the jar wasn't shattered. It was cheese sauce everywhere though. But yeah, yeah, yeah. The jar was okay. Well, see, here's the thing. If I would have had a lid, or at least tightly on, it could probably be on fairly loosely, and it probably would allow enough air to escape. But if I had the lid on, it probably would have exploded and shattered glass and everything. Probably would have damaged the microwave even, for that matter. But yeah, so since I didn't have a lid, the only thing that exploded all over the microwave was the cheese sauce, and it took me an hour just to make sure everything was cleaned off enough to use it again. In any case, I got it all solved and settled, and it's working. But now back to my program, and that is we have doors. So okay, so the question is here: do I want to add or change anything about the door? Do I want to, for instance, do I want like some sort of access functions to the door? Do I want maybe I want door creation in the door node, like create a static function that will create a door and populate it with the uh, with the information, which is right now it's just choice and destination. I mean, I could do that. Uh, I could just ask Grok because I've been asking Grok a lot of stuff lately. So I'll have to think about that for a second. Um, of course, I didn't put you on desktop, did I? Because I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay, there's desktop. Now you can see it. And as I said, room manager. I guess because the input function fires before ready. I always figured that the ready function was always when everything was ready, not you know. So so okay. So what I'm thinking of is the one thing is this just creates door objects and then it adds them as children. So somewhere these doors are in memory, but I don't really have access to them except through um, through current room, which is basically a node. So the node's children. But I could store the doors in an array, and then I could access them directly from the room. And then that begs the question: Do if I create new doors, should I put a like a static function? It sort of works like a constructor, at least the way Grok explained it. But so basically, let's see, this working? Yeah, this is working. Okay. Uh, so yeah, so it begs the question: do I do the same thing with door that I did with the room? In other words, do I give it a static function to create a new door object, and then I call it from the room code from the room loading code, and then I also save. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about whether or not I would actually ask Grok here some stuff because really all I was doing was just there we go. All I was doing was asking advice here. Okay. Let's wait. Scroll all the way down. There we go. Okay. So I have a small issue. I know what it is, what's causing it, and how to fix it. But I want to uh, consider the best approach. So what happens is somehow before the ready function executes, the input function is called, and it tries to get the children of the current room, which is null before I actually load the room up. So I can either make sure wherever I check wherever I try to use the room that I need to check for null, or I can actually save the, okay, so these are the doors. Load the room up. So I can either make sure that when I try to use the room, either check for null, or I can save the door nodes in an array in room and access anything I need to be a room. And then if I do that, I could also make a static constructor like function in the door class, and I use that for actually creating the doors. So when it loads data from the, so when the room class loads data from the JSON, loads door data from JSON, it can call the door classes, creation function. Is that the best approach? Okay. We'll let you give it an idea. My idea is to do that. My idea is to make the door have a creation function, and also to and then also having the room class access the doors, save the doors in an array, access the doors via the room class, and make it, and that'll make sure that everything is ready. And so um, it'll just be get I guess I mean I guess I'd still have to check for null though, wouldn't I? Because I'm checking the doors in the input class. I could though have a function in the room class that says do the doors exist, or does the door, yeah, do any doors exist, or whatever. Common thing, do the engine's input handling lifecycle. Each proposed approaches checking for null or storing doors in a room, or both evaluate them. Timing problem can be called as soon as the node is added to the scene tree, which happens before ready, which runs after all the nodes are initialized. If change room hasn't been called yet, then ready to set current room input will try to access current room, get children resulting null error. Room managers.gd's input relies on to find door nodes, but current room is null until ready. Proposed solutions, check for null in input. Modify, right? Skip input handling if no room is loaded. Yeah, I mean, I might also do that anyways, because I still have to do that anyways, don't I? I mean, I can use the room class to do this thing, but all it's going to do is going to return. It's either you're gonna tell it to get doors, or it's going to yeah, simplicity, immediate solution, no structural change. Disadvantages: temporary fix, redundant checks, less robust. Okay, option 2: store doors in a room array. Store doors in a room array with static constructor for door. approach. Add doors array to room GD, store door objects, perhaps populate it from the JSON and create door nodes using static constructor-like function in the door class. Update input to use current room doors instead of get children. But I still have to check for it, don't I? Sample outline for door.gd, that's fine. Room manager, update room manager. Okay. Robustness, initialization control, future proofing, timing fix. Disadvantage is refactoring effort requires updating memory overhead. Might use slightly more memory. This is negligible with 92 rooms. Go with option 2, store doors in a room array. Honestly, if I store them in an array, it shouldn't do it double. If there is any kind of memory management going on, you know, Godot and Redot, they probably already have memory management going on. So when you're adding the child node, you're probably adding the reference to it, and it's probably the same way if I add it to an array. So those are just references. Memory overhead. Go with option 2, solves the timing, better design. Okay, so another issue that's not another thing of note. It's not really an issue about storing the doors in the room. Is I still have to check for null or whatever I decide error reporting should look like. So I still can't access current room without checking, see if it's null or not. Correct? You are correct. You're absolutely right. That's great that you're thinking this through. Even if you store the doors array in the room class and populate it during the load from JSON call, you still need to check for null or handle error reporting when accessing current room and room manager, including in the input function. Let's clarify why this is the case and how it affects your approach, ensuring you're set for phase 1 and Redot. Well, you still need a null check. Timing issue persists. The root cause of the null is the input can be called as soon as the room manager is added to the scene tree, which happens before ready. Before ready executes and sets current room with a call to change room, main menu until ready runs. Current room will be null regardless of where the doors are stored or how they're created. Initialization dependency. Even though the doors array in the room populated from the room instance itself isn't created or loaded until change room is called. Before that, current room remains null. So any attempt to access current room doors in input will fail unless you check for null first. Error reporting. Whether you use null check or an error string in the room or returning a value from load, you'll still need this mechanism to handle the case where the current room is initialized. Storing doors in a room shifts the focus of the array's contents, e.g. ensuring it's populated, but it doesn't eliminate the need to ensure current room exists. Impact comparison to option 1, null check. Advantage of the array is that it's controlled reference populated by load from JSON, reducing the risk of unexpected child nodes. But the timing issue remains. Is there a way to avoid a null check? Delay input handling. You could defer input processing until current room is initialized, but this requires restructuring your flow. Yeah, I could just have some sort of field or variable that says when that just basically says to wait until So like I have the thing current room initialized or something, uh, and then wherever I have to use current room, I just check this, and still that's still checking it all. I mean, it's just not doing it directly. It's just checking a variable or a field. But I mean, it could be a better way of doing it. Um, Move input logic to a method called after ready in a timer state machine, but this complication design isn't practicable. Initialize and enter tree. Move the change room call to enter tree, which runs before input, but after the node is added. This might not guarantee viewer text is ready, and it's overkill for your needs. Null checking input is the simplest and most effective solution, regardless of where doors are stored. Yes, you're correct. You still need to check for null. Control data. Feature phases. Storing doors in a room prepares your phase 9, which you can save in an array. Yeah. So the doors array approach, but keep the null check and input. Okay. There was something else that I was thinking of before I actually get to the um before I actually get to the actual this is gonna be a little bit off, I think. It's gonna do something. What was that? That's what you get for ADHD. So my mind is just going, kind of pooped out. Okay, so I was just gonna say, as far as memory overhead, as I think, as I understand it, well, I'll just say I assume, because I assume I don't actually know. I assume that Redot and Godot pass via reference. So in a sense, there's no real memory overhead because it's probably only allocating memory in one place. And that's really all I wanted to say. It was saying that there might be some memory overhead, but I'm saying there's probably not. It's probably passing by reference, which is what I assume that they do a lot now. Memory overhead and Redot. Says we're going to have references work. Let's clarify this. There's no significant memory overhead. It doesn't have to, pass by reference something by value. That means that when you assign an object or to pass a variable, you're working on with a reference to the same memory location rather than creating a full copy. Yes. Strong doors in room. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do here is, so now we did, here, let's close this. This doesn't even matter. Oh, it won't close. I have to actually go into Redot. And, okay, so this is weird to me. That is, it should be, see, Redot has the icon, but it doesn't show the icon down here. Why doesn't it show the icon down here? Isn't that weird? I mean, to me, that's weird. Let's see something. Let's restart it. And I did all that, got the, see, now it's there, right? Oh, no, it's there too. Interesting. Okay, whatever. It doesn't really matter. What matters here is how I am going to do this. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to create a door. I want to do a door function just like I did here. Static func. And it'll return door. Okay. Let's do this. Static func. create. Now I'm gonna hope that create. This says create room from JSON, which is fine. Room.create. And actually, this could actually be create from JSON instead. Actually, let's do this instead of create room, because the room is going to be the room. So it'll be current room.create. So let's do something here. Let's call this create from JSON. Create from JSON. And then room manager. See, room equals room. See. And I think that's the only place that's a problem. Okay. Parser error. Is that just because of this? Okay. Create. And later on, you can have a robust so what do I call it? Choice? Choices, choice, what do I call it? As a param. Here, let's ask Grok this too here. What's the convention for member names of a class in GD script for parameter names that are the same as member names of a class in GD script? And it should be able to tell me what do you normally do? You do an underline. You actually do an underline if you're telling it not to use it. Some languages, however, the common practices, some data approaches. GD script usually takes snake case for variable names as per the unofficial Godot style guide, influences by GD script documentation and community standards. Parameters can also use snake case. There's no mandatory prefix or suffix to distinguish them from member variables. Unlike some languages that require this or self prefix to disambiguate, GD script relies on context. If a parameter name matches a member name, the parameter takes precedence. You must function scope, and you must use self to access the member variable. The good option is to use the same name with context. Room name. Yeah, but it did. I'm trying to avoid matching names because I've done this before, and it did give me a problem. Choice long string, comma, destination long string. That. Okay. No. Self.choice equals choice. Can't use self inside a static function. Ah. New room name is a room name. Can't use self in static functions. So I have to actually All right. Interesting. I could just like do like ch and like dest or something, you know. That ch dest, and maybe that's what I'll go with. Choice equals ch. Wait a second. How do I do it in? How do I do it in here? Bar new room. Return new room. Oh. What am I thinking? Okay, of course. Um, yes. Uh, bar new door. There we go. Let's just copy a room, right? New door equals door dot new. That door dot new. New door dot choice equals ch. New door dot dest equals dest. That I can do it like that, but now I can actually make this choice and destination. I can make this choice and destination. Okay, and then it's, of course, it's got to return. So actually, I'm going to return a door. That and return new door. That. There we go. Actually, I looked at how I did the room class and copied it. I forgot. You're using new on the class and then returning that class. So I don't need self and all that. Been iterating through a lot of ideas. You might have been working through a different structure of mine. Okay. Yep. I just call it create, which should be just fine. And now what I need to do here is door data, right? And this is what I, okay, so this is how I change it here. In fact, let's do this. Let's do that, do that, do that. Actually, we're gonna do new door, but new door equals door dot create door data choice and door data destination. Okay. And too bad I can't do a. Too bad I can't drop this down a line because the way GDScript works, where it works off the indents instead of working on code blocks, and then because it doesn't have a like end of line character, that means everything has to be on one line. I mean, I don't know if there's a way to do to do one statement, one line on different lines. It might be like via a slash or something. I forget. Um, Quick question: is there a way to split lines in GDScript? I can do this easily in C, C++, C Sharp, and some other languages because they not only use blocks, block characters, uh, like character, characters like they also use end of line like semicolon characters, but GDScript and others like Python rely on indentation and no end of line character. These block characters, they also use end of line like semicolon characters, but GDScript. You can split lines GDScript improve readability even though it relies on indentation rather than block characters or end of line characters like C. Since GDScript, like Python, uses indentation to find code blocks, you need to ensure that the line continuation is handled properly within the same indentation level. Let's explore long string, long array. The indentation must align with the opening line. All continuation lines at the same level as the start of the expression. Explicit continuation. You can use a backslash at the end of a line to indicate that the statement continues on the next line. This is less common but works for single line statements. For example, note the backslash must be the last character on the line, no spaces after it. The next line's indentation doesn't matter as long as it's part of the same statement. Oh, okay. Multi-line strings. For strings, you can use triple quotes to span multiple lines naturally, which is useful for your room descriptions. Ah, cool. Indentation-based parsing in GScript doesn't use defined blocks to real has, and yeah. Use parentheses brackets for your doors array function calls. Yes, that's okay. Right. Read from data. Use triple quotes for descriptions. Avoid backslash unless necessary. All right, let's see if I can try this here. Now, actually, this isn't that long, so I don't really have a problem with it. But let's just try it, just to try it. So that would mean that these have to be on the same. Well, actually, this is not giving me an error. Huh. Control Z. Let's do something here for a second. Control C. I have this line, Control V, enter, and I just did this to it, and it doesn't seem to have a problem with that. Enter, which is take this and do like that. Control C, Control V. Well, it should be able to tell that I didn't put an enter. That was a single line up there. It's a great effort. I'm glad to hear that's working for you successfully in the multiple lines using implicit continuation with parentheses. And GDScript is handling it without issues. Let's confirm why this works. In GDScript, when a line is inside an open parentheses, the parser allows you to split it across multiple lines without needing a backslash or any special character, as long as the closing parentheses is on a new line for the indentation lines. This is similar to Python's behavior and its built-in feature. GDScript, right? Oh, well, yeah, it actually aligns. Okay. Starts the argument list for door create, and then the closing parenthesis ends it in the split line with door data choice. It's treated as part of the same extraction because it's within the parentheses. It doesn't enforce it within parentheses. No problem. Ah, best practices. Align the continuation lines of the first argument or the opening parenthesis. Your current alignment is fine, but you could also align it with the first parameter. Use this stuff for other multi-argument function calls and arrays methods to keep your code uniform. Triple quotes for strings. Okay, got it. Alrighty, so that's okay. Actually, you know what? Since I widened it out a little bit, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back on one line because I realize it's not really that long. At least, you know, not really. Okay, so let's go back to it's not the room, is it? No, room manager. Let's go back to room manager. Let's uncomment this because then at least it'll run. Although, like I said, it has an error, and I have a feeling I know why this is too. But I'm going to do this first to make sure this works first. So let's pull this up, and look at this debug errors. Yeah, see, the local function parameter choice is shadowing an already declared variable at line 2. Yeah, of course it is. New door. Var new door equals door.new, new door.choice. Return new door. What? Oh, yeah. Because this should actually still be there. Okay. Okay, we have 3. Okay. Okay, let's do one more thing. Let's go back here. Let's put this. Okay, and reload. Refresh. Errors 2. Okay, so let's copy error. Okay, so let's copy that. I'm going to put it back into Grok. Okay, so I'm getting this kind of warning when the parameter name is the same as the member name. Like, here's the error. Here's the warning. Warning? Okay. Local function parameter choice is shadowing an already declared variable at line 2. Shadowed variable error indicates a shadowing issue in your door. This happens when a parameter name matches a member variable name, overriding the member variable within the function scope. Shadowing when a parameter is the same, the parameter takes precedence over the inside the function. That means you can't access directly the member variable choice without using self.choice inside the function, and the compiler warns you about this potential confusion. Right. Yes. Allows shadowing, but flags it as a warning to alert you to potential bugs. Is informational, not an error. Although it does say error, it actually says GD script error is what it says. Use self to access the member. That's fine. Use a different parameter name. Eliminates the warning, keeps the code clear. Is to set the member. Let the warning persist, and okay, it still means that maybe, probably, I should actually here. Let's just make it easy on myself. CH and dest. CH dest and save and reload. Okay. Now, next thing I want to do is I can leave that like that, but the next thing I want to do is now I want to be able to store and access doors from within the room. Now I kind of forgot how to do an array, although maybe, I don't know if Room Manager has an array. I just kind of forgot how to do the array. I don't have the choice array anymore, so I'd have to go back and look in the version history, because I do have it on GitHub, but I need to look up how to do an array. I'll just ask it. Okay. Quick answer. How do I declare an array in GD script? I remember how to do it now. Actually, I wonder if I shouldn't have like doors shouldn't have like a room or an ID, a door ID. They have door IDs when I with the that's interesting. Yes, I could actually create a door ID also so you can access it properly. I could do a dictionary, maybe. Might it be better to use a dictionary and then use the door ID, which I have in the JSON data, and use the door ID as the key? Because I did put that in there kind of on purpose for the future in case I needed it. Deciding between an array or dictionary for storing door objects in your room. Let's weigh the pros and cons. Use an array. You plan to use a raised door where each door node is appended to the array and also attaches a child node. Doors are accessed by index, iterated over. Dictionary, how it works. Doors, dictionary, var door equals door create from data. Doors, door data equals door. Add child door. Yeah. Fast lookup by ID. A dictionary shows access door. Okay. Faster than searching an array by iterating. This is more efficient. Unique identification. Okay. Feature extensibility. Semantic clarity. Okay. Simpler iteration without needing keys. Order preservation. Less overhead for small sets with doors 1 through 3, with 1 through 3 doors per room. The performance difference between array and dictionary is negligible, but array has slightly less overhead for simple storage and iteration. Your current skill doesn't justify complexity of keys unless you need fast lookups. Your input function uses current room.getChildren, or will use current room.doors, which works seamlessly with array's iteration pattern. Stick with an array for now. For your current needs in phase 1, I recommend sticking with an array rather than switching to a dictionary. Phase 1 focus. Your immediate goal is to implement decision points with keyboard input, which relies on iterating over all the doors to match choice and array. Yes. Yes, okay. That's true. Alright. You can always refer to a dictionary later if you need fast door ID-based access for puzzles. Adding an ID property to each door and indexing in a dictionary is a straightforward change. You anticipate needing to look up doors by ID soon. For a puzzle with a specific door must be unlocked. Dictionary could be worth considering now. Array is sufficient. Hybrid option. If you want to prepare for both iteration and lookup, you could use both. Store doors as an array for iteration, current input logic. Maintain a dictionary with door ID as keys for quick access example. Yes, door data. Door equals create door. Doors equals append door. Door map. Door data ID equals door. Add child. Slight overhead, but prepares you for phase 9. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could do it later. In fact, I could do it still without actually changing. I could just add it on. Let's see here. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, and it can actually match the choice number with the choice. I can actually create a function in the room to actually do that. I suppose I can always add a dictionary later if I need it. I'm probably going to store the door ID within the door object as well, just in case for later. Probably going to store the door ID with the door object as well, just in case for later. In fact, I probably do that here in next, right? Yeah, okay. Let's go to door. Let's go to we don't need to export, so we're just gonna have var ID colon. I think it's a string. I think I did IDs as strings, so string equals um dr xxx. Just right, just to show that. Okay. And then right, I'm gonna make that first. Ident on string, comma, and then we're gonna say first new door.id equals ident. Like that, like so. Okay, that's good. Now I gotta go back into room class now, and now it needs an extra. It needs door data. Now let's see something here. Let's go to rooms. Let's open that up. And it's just called ID, right? Okay, it's just called ID. Actually, I might do that with the room as well. I might go ahead and store the actual ID there too, just to do it. Okay, so let's just we can close that. Okay, so I called it ID, like that. Nope, that. Now I might want to put it on the new line like that. Okay, that'll work. And also load from JSON. Load data from JSON. Set room name, and we're gonna do self dot. Oh, that's right. I don't have an ID up here, do I? Var ID colon string equals rm xx that, meaning that's a blank, and then we do self dot ID equals JSON data ID, like so. There. Now we actually have both of them stored. Smart plan. Inside a 6th array for now. Add the door ID to the door object's precaution for future needs. Okay. All right. Yeah, the reason I don't oh, the advis. Yeah, thanks I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. The advis or advise, like the advisor or something, maybe. I mean, if you're still there, because I know people kind of come and go when you know, when I'm just doing something, and they're just kind of semi interested. So if you're still there, uh, thanks for that. As far as the array goes. Um, so okay, so now I'm creating the door here, and then I'm also need to, I think, we want to get a door, and there's an iteration point. Okay, so yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool. So okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm checking here. Where's the doors here? Change room. Is it in load room? Oh, no, it's here because I'm getting the door children here, and then I'm checking the choice. Let's see, for door and doors, choice number is equal to int door dot choice, change room door dot destination. And I'm going to do this a little bit differently, which is you're going to get. Oh, I see. Well, a dictionary might still make sense then, because I am. Yeah, why didn't I think about that? Here I'm actually iterating over the choices here, and huh. I have to think about that for a second. Okay, so basically, I can leave this the way it is, and I can actually make the room instead of current room get children be current room doors. Like you'd have access to the doors, and then you'd be the doors array, and you'd be able to iterate over it. But the other way I could go is I could completely shield it and allow you to search for a specific door, and that's where the dictionary would come in here. So it's just something I just thought of, and actually have like immediate use case for a dictionary. I think I have an immediate use case. You know, the AIs are actually pretty good for helping you figure stuff out. You know, I'm not like I'm not like copying all of its code like word for word or whatever exactly, but I am using it. I am looking from time to time uh, at it, and I'm just basically using it to get ideas. You know what? I think uh, when I didn't realize that there were people coming in, and there's not that many people that come into the chat, anyways. And in fact, I just started broadcasting on Rumble with Restream. So, and that, now just like with more people in there, I get more self conscious when I talk, and so I end up like stuttering and stammering. So, you know, bear with me until I get fully used to streaming. I've only been really doing this since November of last year. So, and I realize that we're in March already, and we're heading towards the end of March almost. Or we're just over the hump of March, I guess. But so I'm still trying to navigate the whole streaming thing here. Okay, I think I have a immediate use case for a dictionary. It's true I'm iterating over the door children in the room manager, but if I want to shield uh, the rest of the code, or if I how do I say that? If I want to compartmentalize, to compartmentalize part of. If I want to compartmentalize the code and keep it separate from room manager. If I want and keep room manager from accessing the doors directly, I can create a function that takes an ID or number, choice number in this case, to access to, how do I say this? And accesses the door for me. And actually, I would probably be doing a search anyways, because what I'm doing is I'm going through each of the choices. I'm matching the choice to the how am I doing? I'm matching the choice to the door choice, I guess. I can create a function that creates actually, I don't know if I'd be using that for a dictionary. Let's say it this way is, yeah, the room manager doesn't know what door is what, and you don't really know what door is what. So in a sense, you have to search through the doors. You have to say, well, is this the door I'm looking for? So you hit choice number 2, and then choice number 2 goes through, and it has to search through each of the rooms anyways. But I can do this on the room side, not the room manager side. Yeah, I use Leo AI from Brave Browser. Just asking some. Yeah. I use Leo all the time, but yeah, it's usually for short questions basically. Because the good part about Leo is that it grabs it from the search results, and so it's not wholly like kind of creating stuff. Although it does kind of do some of that too. But yeah, I tend to use that quite a bit when I just want something quick and easy answered. And Grok always gives you like this verbose thing unless you tell it to not to do it. And if you tell it not to do it, you have to be real explicit by saying, I don't want you to tell me how to do it for this specific deal, but you can continue doing it, or you have to just tell it, I don't want you doing it anymore in this conversation, because it puts a whole bunch of stuff on here. It redoes the code and everything, and half the time I'm just kind of scanning through it, and I just get my answer real quick. And but yeah, okay, so instead of iterating over the doors in the room manager, I could request a certain door from the room class. So I'd still have the loop, and it would call a room function get door via choice, or could even do it from door ID, although you have to know the door ID, of which right now I could extrapolate from the choice. Well, no, I wouldn't. The door ID is not the choice. The door ID is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's actually in sequence. Via choice, or I could even do it from door ID, but you'd have to know the specific door ID you wanted. Okay, so instead of iterating over the doors in the room manager, I could request a certain door from the room class. I still have the loop, but it would call a room function get door via choice or even do it via door ID, but you have to know the specific door ID you wanted. Clever idea. Shifting from iterating over doors directly to in room manager's input function to requesting a specific door from the room via class via get door is a great way to enhance encapsulation and add flexibility to your project. This approach can streamline your navigation logic and prepare your code for future phases. Doors might need unique handling. Proposed approach. And you can see how verbose Grok gets here. Current setup in room manager.gd. Okay, iterates over current room doors matching the player's door choice, choice number, etc. New approach. Add a get door method to room.gd that returns a door based on a choice or door ID. Yeah, and the choice is actually the more important part because the door ID is really I just assign them by number by order essentially. So essentially it's it's DR001, DR002, that sort of thing. And so it's actually sequential anyways, but I figured later I might want it for whatever reasons be a little bit more flexible later. And then but the choice number can be any choice between 1 and 9. And it's 1 and 9 because I am just using the number keys. And 0 is always quit. So, and if you don't know what I'm doing is my game is going to be a fully interactive point and click adventure like you play in the early to mid 90s. And but I'm doing it in phases where I start with the simplest form of adventure game and then I evolve the game until it's fully interactive so that I'm not too overwhelmed. So the next part will add the thing and I'll have to change it a little bit. And it won't be like a super huge change and it'll make it more manageable. So right now I'm just working on a choose your own adventure, quote unquote choose your own adventure. And it works pretty well. But now I've been using, of course, Redot is essentially a fork of Godot 4.3. Right now it's 4.3. Um, so, what was I saying? Well, anyways, I'm using Redot to have my little framework. So you press a number that corresponds to a choice, then it goes to that choice, and then I added JSON files. Oh yeah, I was using tscene files before. In fact, I still have them in here. Let me pull this up here. In fact, I put them in a different folder here. Rooms is actually JSON data for my room class, for instances of my room class. And then this is just, these are actual rooms also, but they're tscene files. And so, like, main menu is actually technically a room. It's a room node here. And then the doors are door nodes that attach to it. But all the rooms, of course, are JSON, like this. And they have a name, they have a description, and then the doors, which also have a choice and destination, basically, which are file names as well. So it all works pretty well. I'm still working on the JSON code, and that it actually works, but I have problems because I'm trying to access current room before it's even created. And apparently the input function, the input event fires before ready before ready does. So that means I have to check for gnome. But in so doing, I decided that I would start adding I'd add the doors to the room class, and I'd actually have a creation in the door class. So it actually creates the door from there. And so this was the old one. The old one was creating a new door, setting setting choice of destination via the JSON file, and then adding it. But in this case, I'm using a creation function that does kind of the same, basically the same thing. So, and so now I'm just deciding how I'm going to do stuff. I'm figuring that I can do something that will access the will access a specific door. It'd be something like, you know, get door or something. You can put it down here. Okay. So func get door what did I say? By choice, via choice. By choice. By choice. Okay. Choice. String. Do like that. And it'll return. It's gonna return it. It'll return a door object, right? Okay, return door object. Actually, wait. I need to save these into now I can access them by children also, but I'm going to create a here, let's do this down here. Let's create an array here. And okay, hold on a second. Yep. Var doors array door equals there. Empty door. Empty doors array. Okay. So let's see. Create door. And then I want to add the new door to it. Okay. I forget. What do I need to do? Append or something? I kind of forget now. Return door. Create data. Yeah, doors. Doors.append. Okay, that's. I guess that adds one to the end of the. That's right. I kind of semi forgot. Oh, new door. Okay, so now I have an array, and then let's go ahead and now let's add a function that will get the door. Backspace func get door get door by choice, I guess. Actually, I'll do all caps, all capital words, camel case basically, right? Get door by choice. And this is just a thing I do. I do camel case for the function names, and then I do like regular snake case with the variable names. Get door by choice, and let's say choice colon string. Don't strictly need string, but we'll do it by well I don't know. I guess maybe you do. I'm not really sure. And we're gonna return a door. Okay. And we're gonna say for door in doors. Let's see something here. Let's call it Nidor, or oh, maybe I should do return. Maybe we should return or just return a null. Return null that, so that it returns a null if it doesn't get anything. For door and doors, if choice. Okay, how about this? If door.choice is equal to choice, then Oh, keep forgetting. Return door. That, or else return null. That'll work. Get door by choice, and you put in the choice, and then it should return the choice. I still have to do the thing where I check for null, but that will be in a second. In fact, I'll probably do that anyways because I'll still be checking for accessing the actual room here. So let's go to room manager. Instead of doors that get children, instead of all that stuff, we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do this. Actually, I'm not gonna do it like that. Action name choice. Okay, we're gonna leave that. Action. Okay, so instead of this one for door and doors. Wait a minute. What am I? I'm in the room manager, right? Okay. Um. Okay, so come on. If current room. In fact, I don't even need that in there just because current room. Now let's assume that current room is there, because I'll check at the top and I'll just exit the function if the current room isn't there. So what we want to do is current room dot get door by choice, and choice is a string. See, what did it? Choice is a string. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we don't need to int current get door by choice. Oh, choice number, right? Oh. Yes. Okay, these are numbers, but they're actually, the reason there's strings in there is because later I'm not going to be using choices. Choices are just for the choose your own adventure version. When I start getting up into like using text parser and stuff, it's not. It's going to be using some sort of string for your choice. You know, it's like either going to be a name or it's going to be the line, or I don't know, the room name or something. Right now, this is just to map the choice to the destination. So yeah. So okay. So what I need to do is I need to convert that into a string. So let's say, I wonder if I can do this plus choice number because it's a string. That should work. Uh, get door by choice. Okay. Let's see. Door bar door equals get door by choice. Using the choice number. I'm using the plus as a concatenation operator there because the input is a string. The actual choice, the choice is actually a string. So, and the reason I keep on looking towards the right there is because my monitor's on the right, so I'm looking just in case anybody says anything in the chat. So I'm like, it's like I'm talking to you, and then I'm looking over expecting to see somebody over there or something, and I'm just looking at the chat instead of looking at the camera, which is what I should be looking at. But that's okay. We'll get it here. Let's see here. Okay, so we got the door. If door, then change room door dot destination. In other words, if it's not null, if the door isn't null, and then this says if current room is not equal to null, remove child. Okay, I also see I still have to check for current room null because the door is based on if the current room exists, and the current room doesn't exist at some point. So if current room, okay, if not, how about if not current room, then return. That should completely get me off the hook because it was erroring because it was trying to access something that wasn't created yet. So here we go. Let's see if this errors now. It might still error though because just the way things go. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? It's showing me the viewer text, which means it didn't get the right thing here. What's the problem? I mean, there's no error. There's no actual error in here, but there's an error in here, right? Change room, main menu. That means I have to, I think, I don't know why it selected all this. Okay, so let's run it, and we're going to see why it's not propagating properly. Current room should be null, which it is, there at the top. So by the time it gets here, it should still be null. So let's see something here. Let's get the debug keys. Step into his F11, step over his F10. Okay. So let's F11. New room. Maybe it didn't add it as. Okay, we'll do this here in a second here. F11, 10, F10, 10. Seems not equal null. Instantiate. And that's probably the main menu room here. Turn room. Room does not equal null. Okay, so that's it creates the new room there. Okay, so let's just F10. What happened? Does not equal null. Oh. Creation unsuccessful. Why is creation unsuccessful? Because it's already assuming that it's not null. Ah, okay. I know what's wrong here. In fact, I can remove this too. Okay, so I'm basing this on current room. Okay, hold on a sec. To start, it's going to be null to begin with. We're loading a new room. We're loading up a new room. Okay, so let me think for a second. I'm just trying to think of what the expected behavior should be. Because current room, basically you don't want it to, oh, I said creation. unsuccessful. This should be based off of. I see. Equals new room. All right. So this is how we need to do it. If new room not equal null. Right? In other words, if it was created successfully, now we want this stuff in here, in there. So, I need a pull in there. Where we go. Okay, so basically what's going to happen here is it's going to attempt to load the room. It's going to say if it's null, print creation unsuccessful, and nothing's going to happen. Now, we go to new room, we load it. New room is not equal to null. In other words, it's created and it's working. Then we check current room, make sure it's not, and check it to see if it's not equal to null. If current room exists, then we want to remove it. We want to free the memory. Then I want to nullify it just for defensive programming purposes. And then if it's null at this point, which it should be, and I know that might be a little redundant there maybe, because we're just saying, you know, if it's null at this point, which is, like I said, which it should be. Well, you know what? I don't probably even need this extra if, but I'm gonna leave it in there right now just until I get this working. So, okay. So it's null, right? Then it's going to set the current room to the new room that we just created because now new room is not null. Then we're going to add child, and then we're going to do this. So that means now it should work, I think. Let's try it. And it's still not working. Why is it not working? Okay. F11. Room is equal to null. F10. File name. F10 should just jump to the else if the scene file, which the main menu is a scene file. It's not a JSON, so that should be fine. Not equal null. Instantiate. Return room. Room name, main menu, ID, RMXXX, because I didn't actually create the IDs there. So the main menu room has been loaded and it should be successful. So let's F10, new room. Okay. New room, the same thing. It's main menu. It's got everything in there. Okay. If it's not equal to null, which it shouldn't be, F10. Current room does not equal null. I don't have an else because from the start, okay. This is goofy. This is, you know, this is like programming 101 here, and I forget completely from day to day what I'm doing here. Because it's not going to equal null. If it's not equal to null, we should do this. And then this should not be in here. This should be gone. This should be indented up here. Like so. No, actually, that shouldn't be indented. That should be with the if statement. This is the if statement, okay? So this is saying if the new room is has been created. In other words, it's not null. That means it's been created. In fact, let's put that as a comment there just to clarify. I like to be kind of explicit, you know, instead of saying a not new room or whatever. which might be a little bit easier to read than if new room does not equal null, because sometimes you're not thinking. That's like programmer. Most programmers will see it, know what it means, but you still have to process in your head. So it might be better if I put if not new room. Then I wouldn't have to necessarily put this comment, right? Let's see something. Let's see if I can do that here. If not new room, like that, which I think is kind of okay. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Okay, if not new room, in other words, if the room hasn't been created or loaded successfully, then no. If new room, I should say. There we go. If new room, in other words, if it's been created successfully, check here. Check for the current room. If it's not null, that means it exists. If it exists, that means it's added. So remove the child, free the delete, set it to null, and then now do the stuff with the new room there. So now this should work, hopefully. I'm going to take off the breakpoint there. And let's see what we got here. And Bob's your uncle. Okay, one. Okay, what's the problem here? Valid type. Get door by choice in base node room. Cannot convert argument run. Okay. I think I know what the problem is. Var voice string. I think string voice number. That. And then here I can put choice string like that. So I bet you it still won't work though, because there won't be anything in the doors array here. I think. Okay, let me see something here. Okay, so yeah, nothing is happening. If I hit 0, it should exit normally. It does. So nothing is happening because it doesn't have the door array. It only has the door array if I load it from JSON. Let me see something here. Menu. Okay, let's go to load. Change room, load. Let's go to load room. We're going to go to scene files. Let me think for a second. Okay, instantiate the scene, which becomes a room. Now, okay, so we're gonna have to add the door array here. Where's the room creation function here? Load data from JSON. Create and attach door nodes. And here you're not creating and attaching door nodes. And here what you're going to do is you're going to get the children and you're going to add them to the append new door append. You're just going to append the children, I think. Just a second. T-scene. No, that's in room manager. T-scene. Okay, so now we have a room, and it actually has the door children. So, if room for let's see. Let me think. Room dot okay. Let's do it this way. Room dot get children. Wait. Bar doors equals room dot get children. Oh, where's the dang get children line? Room manager, I didn't delete it. Where is it? I thought I didn't delete it. Just a second. Doors. Okay, current room dot get children or room dot get underscore children. Okay. Get children. If doors, then we want to attach. Okay, we're assuming it's an array, so we're going to go into the room class. We're going to have a function called, I'll put it up here. I don't know if that's like standard practice, but I'm going to go ahead and put, see, yeah, my face is half the time is in the bottom of the screen here. And I'm not really cognizant of that. It's probably because of how close the how close my screen is. The fact that I don't have my glasses on. The monitor is kind of big, so the webcam is kind of up high a little bit. Anyways, func set doors. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize set was a keyword. Let me go back here. Is the set keyword used for in GD script? Let's see what happens here. Hopefully this stream is interesting for people. Define custom setter function for a member variable. As you control the variables get set. Okay, so that is actually what I want to do. Modify value trigger actions. Okay. Set get set room name. Function set room name. Equals new room. It checks if new values being valid before it's set. Optionally use get to customize value. I need to set the door array on the T scene files. So I was starting to write a set doors function, but starting to write a set doors function, but the set keyword was highlighted in light blue. I figured it must be a keyword. Absolutely correct. Sets keyword highlighted in blue indicates either it's recognized as a keyword. Right. Right. Set doors function. And then, of course, the getter and setter is just so you can use it like a variable, which is not strictly necessary, but it might be simpler. Door, set get, set doors, set doors. Add child. Yeah, yeah. That's not exactly how it would work, but function. Okay. Okay, so let's actually func set doors. Um, right. Oh, so it needs an underscore. It doesn't strictly need an underscore. I don't suppose, but all right. Set doors, and then this is going to be set doors like that. I don't need to export the doors. Set doors. Um, new doors array. Right. Identifier instead. Array door equals set get set doors. Okay, what's the problem here? I mean, other than not having the function written. Identifier instead. Okay. Get children. Get children. Let me think for a second. Something's wrong here. What's wrong here? What am I doing wrong here? Uh, set doors, set doors. Let's see here. Our children equals self dot get children. Or what? Okay. For child and children. Doors and child. Since these are the only children right now. So what What do I have wrong here? Why is... Okay. Okay, let's see something here. Getting this error. What's the error here? Might be due to where I'm putting it. No. Copy. Paste. I can actually paste the code the way I have the code here. See, it is used for declaring doors variable with the setter is incorrect in GDScript. The issue is how you're trying to end the set keyword. Let's fix the proper syntax. Must follow the variable type and initial value directly. Construct with the setter and getter function names as arguments, not a standalone set keyword with an identifier. Enclosed in parentheses, not set. Set get, set doors. You can omit the getter part. Oh, okay, fine. Where is it? Okay. Set get. Alright. Oh. Here. See? Same error. Dot, dot. Uh, oops. That's not... Wait a second. Something's wrong with how I pasted this. Give me a sec. Control C. Paste. Okay. Enter. Dot, dot, dot. Bar doors. Set get. Okay. But still same error. Okay, we'll see what it says. Yeah, I'm not sure what it points to the line bar doors, including syntax issue. Should be valid in GDScript. The setGet keyword is used to link a variable to a setter function, and the syntax setGet set doors with the function name in parentheses is correct when placed immediately after the variable declaration. if the set doors. The function doesn't show any signs of error. It's just on the variable declaration line. Oh, what if I call it set? No? Okay, let's see. Fine. How do I use? How do I create a setter in GD script? We'll see. We'll see if Leo can answer it, and then otherwise I'll go look in the set health. Maybe it's a type problem. It's an array. No, it's an array. They're both arrays. Use a setter. You can omit the set get. This should be actually work. So since I'm using Redot, which is it possible it's got a different way to use it? Maybe you can't do setters and getters with the arrays. Okay. Is it possible that Redot is doing it differently? Because I can't figure out why it's having a problem. Let's see something here. What if I did this? That work? Nope. Still the same error up there. I mean that, and in fact that seems to work fine. Since you're encountering a persistent error, despite the syntax error given it's March 18th, unlikely visible character. Editor state, file context. Typo. Do I have a typo in here? Set doors, set doors. This appears to be fine. Well, let's just remove all the white space here. Just in case. That doesn't do anything. What is the problem? Let's Control C. I guess let me check the Discord. Maybe somebody in Discord can tell me. Hold on a sec. 4.4. Okay, first I guess let's go to the Redot discussion, although sometimes it doesn't get that much discussion in there. Can anyone tell me what could be wrong with maybe somebody can tell me like, oh, you got that syntax wrong or something. Or the set doors function needs to work fine. In fact, I could actually just use that directly, which is what I was going to do in the first place. However, let's see something here. Let's check quick help. Something I'm going to be able to say in here. Somebody might be able to tell me. And maybe there's nothing wrong in there. Can you I guess I can copy this. Let's see, file, new script. Oh. I don't know. Test. Create. Let's do something here. Let's take this off. Huh. Still, it's the same thing. It's the same problem here. So, can I delete? No. Cancel. Okay, just a second. Where's my test here? Let's delete that. Delete. Okay. That's fine. Now it's set and get separately. All right. All right. That's what I thought, but then it still is giving me the error. And that is in the, we're in the Godot. Are we in Godot? Are we in, yeah, we're in Godot, right? Where is Godot? Oh, there we go. Nope. Uh, copy. Control V. Hit enter. Is giving me this error. In the statement after variable declaration found identifier instead. Okay. Same problem. However, I found out that set get is from Godot 3. So set and get separately are Godot 4 and up. But I'm still having the same error even with just plain set. Thanks. I see. Always called except as noted below, even when inside the same class. Alternative syntax. Okay, yeah, okay, completely different, huh? All right. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to get comfortable here and not have my face off the screen. Okay. Um, huh. Let's see this again. Setter. You want a class member variable do more than just hold data and actually perform some validation computation. Special syntax to define properties using set and get keywords after a variable declaration. Then you can define a code block that will be executed when the variable is accessed or assigned. Get, set. Unlike set, get, previous are always called, except as noted below, even when accessed inside the same class. This makes behavior consistent. If you need direct access to the value, using the variable for direct access and make the property code use that name. Huh. A little confusing here, but I assume, but if I understand this correctly, you're always using the setter getter to access the member. I'm just asking them. That means it always uses that, but it's kind of okay because, actually it should be okay. Even in the script the variable belongs to, okay. So must I use both set and get, or can I just use one or the other? Okay, so that makes sense, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense to me, but if that's the way it works, that's the way it works, and I don't have a problem with that working that way. Okay. Seconds colon int doors colon door and then okay, thanks Simon. Okay, get. Okay, let's see if I can do this right. Or set. Okay, set. Wait. I need a colon afterwards. So let's, I'm gonna assume I can do a colon here. And then set. Set, value. And we're gonna do something different here then. Action like this. Okay. Probably needs to be indented, right? Indented, yeah. Okay. And like that. Okay, good. Set value, children equals self.get children. Value. Let's go ahead and stop this, or close this, and then I'm going to reopen it, kind of on purpose. Load room. Doors. Okay. Get children. I think it's for door indoors. Um, I have to create an array, don't I? That's kind of annoying. That's the room manager. Oh, let's not do it like that. Wait a second. Oh, let me think for a second. Okay. I wanted to set the door array, right? So let's go to room. Okay, so this is the doors array. Set value. That isn't even doing what I think I want to do anyways. We load up the door data here. We load up the doors. That's in there, but scene is going to automatically after I load the T scene, let's see something here. Let's delete that for right the second. Yeah, room manager GD. There's something wrong. I don't know what's going on. What's the problem here? Let's close that again. Let's restart it again. So it has a new fresh thing here, and it tells me the new thing. This is the way this always gets to me for me. Uh, change room, change room. Okay, so there's no errors here at the moment. Okay, good. Okay, so let's hit play. Let's see what we got here. Let's do 2 first. Neither works now, huh? All right. So I flubbed something somewhere along the line. I should have went into GitHub and updated it as I updated it. So is not equal instantiate. Okay, so I wonder if I can do something here. Well, I can't do it because I just killed the undo history. So here, let's run this. I need to check something now. Current room. Load room, main menu. Okay, that's fine. Create room from JSON. If new room, current room, remove child, current room, queue free. child Q3. Okay, I know what I was doing here. Okay, so this is correct, but for some reason it's still not working. Now the doors aren't actually added. Okay, let's see something here. Where are the doors added? The doors aren't added yet. The doors are already added. Input. Okay. Get door by choice. Okay, so all right, for door and doors, doors equals get children. I get it. That's not going to work, but this should work, I think. All right. Um, okay, so that's basically it. Okay, I get it. I get it. Even if okay, so here the doors are already children, so all I need to do is access the children to be able to access the T scene files. What I wanted to do is when I instantiated the room. Let's see if I can do it here. Change room, load room. Okay, right. So after instantiate, what I needed to do is I needed to add the doors to the door array. So in a sense, okay, we're just gonna do this directly right now. I'm not gonna worry about setters and getters like that kind of thing. But what I am gonna do here is in here. Okay, so I'm gonna add. I gotta add the doors in here because this is it doesn't have the room doesn't have the doors if it's loaded by a tscene file. Okay, so we're doing this completely differently, and it should work, and it should be fine to the way I want to do it. Okay, so let's see, var doors equals, and it's the same thing as the input deal, but I want it to work off of the deal. So we want this. What we want. Okay, like that. We're gonna take that out. We're gonna do that. That. Doors equals get children. Now, for door in doors, right? Room dot doors. Can I access the doors array, or is it? Do I have to like export or something? Export is not for that. Room manager. Room dot doors dot append door. If I'm right, what's going to happen is all the children, which in this case is only 2 children, and in fact we can validate that by going in here, and it won't go in here. It won't break if there are no door. There are no children, I think. Okay. a null value. Wait a second. Oh, 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 oh. Of course, of course, of course, of course. Here, let's just take room like that, and let's just go ahead and Control S and refresh. Oh, okay. Door. Doors size 2. And object ID. And destination blank room. Start here. Okay, let's alright, let's I guess continue. Let's remove that. Um okay, let's refresh. If I hit start, it should okay, it does go okay, let's go ahead and hit 0 to exit. Alright. 2 1 1 1 1 1 1. And look. Well, okay, what's oh that's just I see, that's just the output. Hey look, it looks like it's working perfectly now. This is exactly what I wanted. Finally, I got it working the way I wanted it to working. Because what I had to do is I just decided to forget the stupid getter and setter because uh that was screwing me up. Um. Okay. Found the correct syntax, but I was still having problems. So I threw out the idea of using accessors. All I did was when I loaded from a tscene file, I iterated through each child, which is a door, and added it to the doors array manually. It might not be super elegant, but it works, and works well. Yeah, so finally got that working correctly. And it's about time for break, really. So I should probably go ahead and go for my break here in just a second. If I can get you moving forward with your agenda is about your solution. Uh, Likely code load from T scene, load scenes room scene, doors child, and get room children, child is door. I could save child is door also. Um, in fact, we'll go ahead and do that. If door is door, colon, there. And it should still work. 1, 1, 2, 0, and Bob's your uncle. Okay. Now, at some point, I might completely get rid of the tscene files. I'm not sure. Or it might be handled differently or whatever. But as it stands right now, I'll probably here in not for too long, I'll actually remove most of the tscene files except for maybe the main menu. Um, Base scene. What is the base scene? Okay, that's the actual main game scene. That's the main scene right there. Okay. Um, hat room, main menu, room menu. Okay, what's the start here? What is that? And start here is actually my first room. Yeah, actually, I could have an intro door. I'll have to figure that one out. In fact, I can actually name it 000 as the first room, as your start room. But that is okay. We'll let start here remain. So we'll let main menu and start here. Um, one, if you wish to visit Hubert's abode. Okay. Door to Hubert's house. Okay. And where's the main menu? Let's go back to main menu. JSON, see, and it just has the name. It just checks the extension. So, anyways, everything seems to work fine, and maybe well, I'll see what I want to do when I come back from my break. Okay, so all right, thanks. If I don't see you on the other side of the break, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. But if I do, then we're gonna maybe I'm gonna maybe start to go look up some maybe good free apps that I can use to like come up with like charts, like tree chart tree thing, whatever. So I can map out the choose your own adventure. So I can map out the nodes for that, and I could just maybe do it manually by drawing on something, draw on actual paper or draw on a canvas. Maybe I could load up Blender Grease Pencil um, and start drawing charts. Although that would be kind of messy. The chart part of it, that's not an actual like image that will go into the game, but actually just a chart. So a tool would probably be better if there's a free one out there. Anyways, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side of the break, or I will see you tomorrow, depending. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, the media source. Mike, Mike is on. Oh, Mike's been on, huh? Oh well, that's okay. I was on break. I'm not used to this older version of OBS because it's the stuff is on a different side and it's displaying a little bit differently. So let's go back to desktop. There we go. And I only actually have about 30 minutes right now because I was supposed to be done earlier, but then like I said, I had the problem with the microwave this morning, and so all my setup it takes a long time to set up just because I'm like trying to post the links to the streams in places in Discord and on X and a couple of other places, and it let's see, I'm still okay. I'm speaking good. It it just takes some time to do it, and the idea for me was that I was going to start by posting these links in a bunch of different places at first, just so I could get people like watching, right? And actually, it's kind of funny. It seems like it seems like I get a few more viewers in Rumble than I do in YouTube, which is kind of interesting. It's not that like that much. Like I have like one or two that pop into YouTube, and then so three or four, so it's like twice as many. But that's all I got. It's a few people. In any case, let's see. How can I make the best use of this 30 minutes? Because this is short. The reason it's short is because I supposedly started earlier, but like I said, I got late trying to get everything done and stuff. So I basically started when I was supposed to actually start streaming, like actually supposed to be on camera. Dev Shub, hello. And it looks like you're on YouTube, huh? It's going to be a point and click adventure, basically a 2D point and click adventure like you play in the 90s or early 90s, right? Late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in there. King's Quest, Monkey Island, those sort of games. Um, but okay, so it's about a Magic Kingdom that's been turned into a tourist resort. But the tourist resort now is falling on hard times. Yeah, it's a pretty small channel for sure. But there's not that many people that know me, and even though I've been around for a while, it's not. I've only just started doing these major streams here since November actually. Even though I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I have a bunch of videos on YouTube, all of which are fairly boring. So, but yeah, but I've been streaming the modern development, I should say, because I've been trying to get this game off the ground for a long time now. In fact, the idea when I first wrote the story was like in 2005, and so I just kept trying to restart and restart. Oh, your channel is small. Okay. Well, I can check you out sometime. Check out your channel sometime if you want. Let's see something here. Go to channel. Let's see what happens here. And what do you have? I'm looking at your channel on YouTube right there on my second monitor. Godot Dev. Cool. Um, I'll go ahead and subscribe since you don't have that many there. 48 subscribers. I don't have that many subscribers myself. On YouTube, it's only almost it's 140 something, and all of those are like old yeah. Okay, so I went ahead and subscribed to your channel. I'll check out some of your videos later when I have time. But I was supposed to do everything earlier today, and so my breaks should have been earlier, and now I only have less than 30 minutes here because I got to do some yard work when I get done. And I don't really have a lot to do here today in the sense that my bugs worked out. Okay, so um, if you look here, if you've never seen it before, so this is just basically okay. So first off, actually using Redot. So hopefully you don't have a problem with me using Redot, which is essentially the same as Godot 4.3. But so okay, so here let's restart this because there's no way to actually get back to the main menu. I haven't really did anything that does that yet. Okay, so what you're looking at here is I got some 3D objects in here because eventually it's going to have some 3D components to it. It's still going to be primarily 2D, but I wanted to work in 3D space and maybe doing something with the backgrounds where the backgrounds they look like a hand painted background, but then will move in parallax when the camera moves. But that's far from now. And like I was saying, I'm doing this in phases. And the simplest form of adventure game is choose your own adventure. So I'm going to be making this game. I'm going to be slowly evolving it until it's fully interactive. But right now, it's just some text and some choices you make. So you hit one to start, and then here's the description, and then these are the choices. They're also in the description. It's real simple framework. And then 0 to quit. And then I just recently added a thing where I added the rooms that are actually going to be in the game out of these JSON files, or JSON, I guess, files. And it's just simple. It's just the name. It's got an ID. It's got the description, which includes your choices in here. And right now, the only reason it only has one choice is because these are all like event. How should I say it? They're like event cards. Hubert walks around his home examining spellbooks, scrolls, and loose papers to figure out the best course of action. Hubert goes to the large crystal ball, which allows him to see into different realms, etc. And so I haven't actually got to the actual like choose your own adventure part, the actual decision part, which I'm supposed to do up here next, probably tomorrow. I'll probably start working on some of that. But it's just a basic framework that allows me to do it, and then I got 92 different rooms, so this outlines the complete story here. And then so the next thing I'll be working on is actually putting in decision points here. Eventually, like I said, I'm gonna add a few things. We're gonna have multiple player characters. I'm gonna convert it into text parser game, like an old text adventure. And I'm gonna start adding graphics at some point and sound. I'm gonna have clickable backgrounds and the whole 9 yards. But I'm just phase 1 right now, which is the choose your own adventure part. And even that, I'm not even done with it. I'm not even to the actual choose your own adventure part of it. So, pardon me. Something wrong with. Anyways, sorry. Okay, so Enchanted magical resort was sold to a mysterious figure by the ruler of the kingdom. This figure named Max has systematically closed down most of the resort. Many people disappeared, including both citizens and tourists. Ever since the king closed down the resort, he's been acting strangely. Actually, it says Max to close it down, and then it says the king. But the idea is, and I need to refine it. The idea is the king starts acting strangely. Chief advisor and friend to the king, the wizard Hubert, after seeing him, goes home to prepare to get external help. So the king starts acting weird. He sells the kingdom to this guy named Max, and Max actually closes it down. So this is actually kind of almost incorrect because the king is not really doing anything. He's kind of a puppet king. And so right now it just works. You can just keep hitting 1 until you get to the last page. One thing I didn't put in here is I didn't put the actual location names up as like a title or anything, which I may or may not do because I have a lot still to work on. I'll have to find a way of inserting and find the right thing to do. I don't know if I set up like chapter names or what, but it doesn't really need it. It's just the thing that I have on the other versions. So so originally I had these scene files, scene files, and these are actual scenes here. The main menu is an actual room object, which is my room class right here. And yeah, so I was making the JSON rooms work, and I got that working today, completely working like it's supposed to. So yeah, so the next thing I start to do is I have to go through and I have to decide what's going to allow you to have a choice, basically a decision. And I'm not really sure where I'm going to go, how I'm going to go with it yet. I'll have to think it up. I'll have to start charting stuff out, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there. I actually hope to get this decision point part done by the end of March. So in a couple of weeks, right? March 31st is Monday. Is the Monday after next. So I don't even know if I can get done with that because there's actually 92 rooms in here. So I need to figure out um, I need to figure out what I need to do, or else it's gonna extend even into April. And already I wanted this to take only a couple of months, but already it's taken a lot longer than that. But part of it is because it's all front loaded. In other words, I'm doing a lot of the story work here, and the actual engine work and content that comes later should be quicker, maybe, or maybe a little bit easier. I'm not sure, but all of this work is kind of necessary before I can actually get to some of the fun stuff. Okay, so really, since I only have about 15 minutes or so left today, maybe I should go look for some good charting, uh, some software that I can use to chart my game. Why is that? Why is restream minimized? There we go. What do you do for a living, sir? Are you full time? Uh, that's sort of an interesting question, I guess. I am not working. I live with my dad, and I am um, I'm currently unemployed. So basically, I just do this 3 or 4 hours a day when I'm streaming, and then the rest of the time I got stuff around here, cleaning the house, doing the yard work and stuff like that, helping my dad out because he's getting older, and so so I don't really make a living exactly. But I don't know. I hope maybe eventually that something goes somewhere with this, specifically the streaming and stuff. I hope people start watching it, and maybe I can get some support that way. I'm not really asking people for money or anything, but I'm hoping if this proves interesting or fun to watch, that eventually I'll get some people that wouldn't mind send me a few bucks a month or something through Patreon or some such, PayPal donation or something. But I'm not really counting on it. I'm just kind of hoping right now. I got to get this game done, so I'll be working on that. Um, okay, and I've been using Grok to actually help me, which is the X's AI. So I can't really say that I do game dev full time because I got other stuff that I have to do. Grocery shopping and, like I said, cleaning around the house and doing the lawn work, and you know, spending time with my dad, of course. So I'm not really exactly working, and I'm not really exactly spending a ton of time on this, or as much as I want to. I'd like to get even more time, but that's not really practical right now. So 3 to 4 hours a day is pretty good as far as getting stuff done, and I've been getting slow and steady progress ever since I started, so that's always good. Okay, let's see something here. What are some free apps? Okay, so now that everything is working, what are some good free apps for Linux that can help me start charting uh, decision points and whatnot, like rooms in my game and so forth. Charting or mapping. More power to you, sir. Help you build your dream game and then sell on Steam. Yeah, I haven't decided whether or not I'm just gonna give it out for free or not because I'm kind of focusing on the development of it and streaming the development, and then I'm gonna start uploading updates and so I just figured there's so much competition and you can get all kinds of games for free and stuff. I should just focus on making it, and hopefully people will like the videos or the streams enough to want to continue watching. And then maybe, who knows, maybe somebody will want to pitch in a couple of bucks a month and help me pay for my internet. My internet is about like $90 a month now, and it's 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 kind of high. Although I do get 400 download speed, so that's pretty good. But my upload speed never changes. This always caps out to about 10 or so megabits a second. So if uh, if my internet service provider actually had a different plan that maybe lowered my download speed but upped my upload speed, I'd probably take it because it'd be nice to be able to upload files and things faster. But so far right now, this is going okay. Okay, see, let's see. Since everything's working with Redot, Channellands, you're look to start charting decision points and mapping rooms of Linux. There are several free and open source tools available that can assist with this. These tools are well suited for game development tasks such as creating flowcharts, mind maps, or level designs, along with your phase one goal of a functional choose your own adventure game and beyond. Given that you're using Linux and want free options, I'll focus on the tools that are accessible, user friendly, and relevant to mapping rooms and decision points while critically considering their practicality for your needs. As of March 18th, 2025, Draw.io, a web-based diagramming tool with offline support, ideal for creating flowcharts, decision tree, and room layouts. Highly versatile, supports exporting to various formats. Why it's good, offers a drag and drop interface with templates for flowcharts and mind maps, perfect for mapping your 92 rooms with their decision points. Hit 1 to go to room 2. Its offline mode works well on Linux and it's free with no major limitations. The free version relies on browser storage or local saving, which might require manual file management. It lacks advanced JIS features, but it's sufficient for your CYO8 games needs. Ensure your browser is up to date for the best experience. And we got Inkscape. Inkscape is a vector drawing tool, of course. Vector graphics editor. You can design room layouts with precision using layers. Critical consideration, steeper learning curve than Draw.io, more art focused than flowchart specific. It's overkill for simple decision points, but excellent if you want artistic control of your maps. Pencil, yeah, but Pencil's an animation app, if I remember right. Lightweight, easy to use, flowchart. Okay, Pencil. I don't know. TileEd is a tile editor. LibreOffice Draw is a vector graphics diagramming tool. Pre-installed, of course, flowchart shapes. That might be good. The flowchart shapes for that. Best overall, Draw.io. My top recommendations: free, works offline on Linux and provides the flexibility to chart decision points. Game-specific mapping, tiled. Yeah, but tiled is just as a tile map editor, so tiled, while I could use it probably, that's not really a good idea. Let's see. Establishment narrative, mini online lists, practicality, your workflow, next steps. Draw.io, huh? Let's see something here. Draw.io. Oh. Save diagrams to one device. GitHub, Dropbox. I'll decide later. Actually, I do have a GitHub account, so I could actually save it to there. What do we got here? Let's see. What's this do? Yeah, it rotates. And then opacity. Sketch. What is it? Oh, I see. That's kind of interesting, though. Property. Huh. Miscellaneous. Advanced. Basic. Arrows. Flowchart. I don't know, but UML. Okay. Kind of interesting, anyways. General. Unsaved changes. And color. Table. Insert. Text. And how do I edit the text? Oh. So this is text. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and just bookmark this for right now. Done. Free programs for Linux allow me to map rooms in a game. I guess we can do that too. Let's see. Look, my face is like all glowing. It's because of how bright that the white is coming off the monitor. So yeah, weird, huh? Leave site. Leave. Okay. That's so weird though. It's weird that well, see, it's not weird on. That's really weird. Oh, that's because. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that other than the settings. The settings, the gain and stuff might be too high because my lights aren't that bright, and so I'm actually using the I'm using OBS to actually set my brightness levels. So let's see. Several free programs. Map tool. TileEd. TileEd would not work. TileEd is a tile map editor. That's not it. Really, well, I'm developing a CYOA style game and need to map out rooms and connections and decision points. TileEd, it's a tile map editor, and while I could possibly use it. It's a bit overkill. I'm using the Leo, the Brave Search's um, AI assistant here. And this, I have to reset here. There we go. I always have to reset to keep the Restream up to date, or else it doesn't show the more recent. Trizbort, a handy site for planning out choose your own adventure games, helps map out dungeons and other elements without the need for literal mapping. Twine. Okay, so I know what Twine is. I'm not using that to make it. I got thing to make my deal, but I want to use something that will easily help me map things out. Quest, free playing. View, the software can be used drawing graphs. The reason I won't use something like Twine is that I already have a framework. I just need something that I can work with visually before implementing it in the game. Let's see what it says here. This is not got it. For visually mapping out rooms, connections, and decision points to choose your own. You might find these tools particularly useful. FreeMind. My mapping tool, FreeMind. Draw.io, which I got that. Krita is painting an illustration, so yeah. GIMP, yeah. Inkscape maybe because it's a vector drawing program. My mapping tool. Generating diagrams from a text description, particularly useful for creating complex graphs, can be integrated into scripts for automation. These websites aren't actually websites. Trizbort. What is Trizbort? Let me look it up, I guess. Trizbort. Interactive fiction mapper. About. Simple tool used to create maps for interactive physics. First developed by Jen Stein back in 2010. He continued to update until March 2013 when they open sourced the code. Fast forward to 2015 when I picked up development alongside with Andrew Schultz. Focus on documentation testing when continue to improve this great software. Getting started. Download the latest version. Zip. And then, of course, source code. But it looks like it's just, what, for Windows? Okay, let's go back here. See, it's almost time for me to go now. Good night. Catch you on the next stream. Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like I have to get going now anyway, so yeah, thanks for popping in. Pop in. I stream 5 days a week, and I'm on the east coast of the U.S., so right now it's about 3:28 p.m., and so you might can extrapolate that for your time zone if you ever want to pop in again. And thanks to anyone else that's watching or was watching or that popped in or that was I had watched the streams or what you can watch the previous streams on YouTube, and this is only my second one on Rumble. because I just started multi-streaming on Mean Green there. So, anyways, I guess I'll see everyone tomorrow. And tomorrow we're gonna try to get into. I'm gonna try to find a way of mapping stuff because I have to start that. So I have to take some of these events and things, and I have to decide what will belong on it, where I can actually split off choices and things of that nature. Anyways, yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody later. And let's go to thank you. So I'd like to say thank you for watching.